good last week too. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Krista. How you been? Long time no see. How you been? How's everybody been? That was good last week. Very good. Oh, let me get ready to take my meds. Light up another joint in a few minutes. How you doing? Aiden99. Don't forget to like and subscribe. How you doing, Danielle? Lynn, how you doing, Lynn? Everyone that's coming in, please like and subscribe. And if you new and you new subscribers, just say I subscribe. Hola. I'm good. Thank you, I appreciate it. No, there's more people here. They never correct the people on. It's more. The YouTube is never correct when it comes to this shit. ¿Cómo está? Hola. It's just me, Oos. Day one. It's just me, Oos. Now, there's only 4 people here. 4 people. The thing is slow. Yeah, a lot of people don't stay here. I don't have that many subscribers as well, so it's alright. Yes, I'm used to it. I am used to it. It's been like that for the. like that for a while. I am used to it. Hi, wild dog. How you doing? Yeah, wild dog did have a good day. Yeah, I'm gonna be here a while. Just, just chilling, just chilling. Just chilling. Tank. How you doing, Kyra? It just be ooh. You didn't come yesterday. What happened? I'm talking. Tank. That's his name. That's a nice hoodie. Kind of hot in here. I'm turning on the AC. No, I'm good.
It's hard that I lost my best friend. I'm sad. I'm, I'm confused.
On May 14th, 2022, 4 Connecticut high school students were stabbed.
Oh. Damn, that's a lot of money. Nothing happened. Oh, just stay out of trouble. Oh, it's a channel I was watching. I had a channel, like a true crime documentary. Tank is a bad boy. $8,500. What? How much he charging you per hour? If you go to trial. All for the case. Oh, you good? How you doing? How you doing, Butters? You taking a deal? Six scoops. There's people who got more, and I don't know. Oh yeah, my life went off yesterday. Better delete that. We don't talk about age here. You're good, Tank, but now you good. Newbird, how that? Newbird jumped on as soon as this guy jumped on. You can't get probation. Are you gonna fuck that up too? Just don't do that again. A public defender is free. Cut it out. That's yeah. Cut it out. Butters, cut it out. Kaida, it wasn't you. It was my other mods. I know. I'm watching him. Because I had him here for a while, that's why. You want to spend the court's money. So you want to spend the court's money going to court? That's kind of fucked up. You're abusing the system. Tank. Uh, Tank is abusing the system. That's what my lord got to do to get last time. That's true. What did she do? Oh no no no! That's a permanent ban. That's it. That was the last warning. Nope, I'm not unbanning her. That's it. She was warned several times. It's not you. Oh. New York City is not safe either, to be honest. Who's Jay? I'm in New York City, and New York City is not. New York City is not safe either. You know, if you're in probation and you get into trouble, that adds more time, right? Like if you get 5 years probation, like if you do 5 years probation, you commit a crime. Oh yeah, he's one of my YouTubers. No, he's good. He's good. Yeah. If you have questions about hiding people, please ask. Oh, Jade is Newbird. All right, so unhide them then. Hide them then. Yeah. If you have any questions about that, it's Newbird. All right, thank. Yeah, cause they've already warned. Yeah, I just looked at it. I'm looking at the profile. I'm looking at it now. Damn, I have to restart my laptop. I hate when every couple of months. What the hell? Who the hell is Momo? Oh, Mumu. There's a lot of weird people here. Oh, I gotta take my meds. Or Mimo, whatever you call it. I'm a little high, guys. I was smoking, that's why. No, I don't do that. Brain Blakers, how you doing? I like your photos. What you what you doing, kinda? I'm blusters. Let's go water. Why was he timed out? Yo, Busters, you can't be just be timing out people. Stop abusing that power. I don't want to unmod you. Oh, that was you? Alright. Yeah. Yeah, this is my weed right here. This is what I got. Fruity Pebbles. Oh. You got nothing to do. You bored? Yeah, I believe you. When I got this place, they never. I'm not ignoring you. I'm talking to the other mods as well. I just, yo, but if you get caught with another gun, you gonna do more time, bro. Oh, you hear fireworks? I hear fireworks. Yeah. Uh, I never had felonies to be honest. No felonies. All my shit's on misdemeanors. Seven years. Yeah, that takes time. And I like these mods. We It depends on the charges. Same. What the hell's going on my tablet? I hate when this shit happens. Yeah, yeah, after what? Yeah. Yo, what the hell happened to my laptop? Conspiracy. You don't have any federal charges, right, Tank? Dang, you a gangster, bro. They can. They could be both. Stay and because the feds, but the state can. But the feds can pick it up anytime. You can fight both, but you trust me, you don't want to. I wasn't stolen. That's why. And no dead bodies, thank God. But you don't want a body. You got a body and a weapon, forget about it. You done. What? What is the secret? You're not no bird. I don't want to see it. Then if you new bird, leave her banned. What's up, Jay? Damn. How the hell you have time to make all these accounts? Don't you have Netflix? Don't you? You don't got Netflix, Hulu. Don't you do anything else? You don't got Netflix, Hulu. Just just don't want my channel get cut off again. What happened to
The defense team finished up their close, and at the very end, attorney Mark Agnifilo asked the jury to acquit Sean Diddy Combs of all of the charges and to send him home to his family. And with that, you know, there are listening rooms because the main court.
Everybody was cheering for P. Diddy today. That's funny.
Multiple overflow rooms packed full of people from the public, from the media, so many people converging on New York City because of this trial. And in one of the rooms, I can confirm to you that when Mark Agnifilo
That's funny.
finished, the room erupted in cheers. Everyone in the room started cheering loudly, clapping when his closing argument was finished. Mark Agnifilo giving that close.
Damn, you gotta delete those shits.
Taking part in this process for him, and from what we understand, Diddy was quite pleased with that closing argument. Now we're in the government's
I love you
rebuttal,
too.
so that is currently taking place in the courthouse behind me. Diddy's trial happening at the very top floor of this building. We're in the Southern District of New York, and they actually have two federal courthouses, Michael and Ashley. This is one of them, the larger one. It is beautiful inside, and it is very hard to get a seat in that courtroom. But I will tell you, when I was in there this morning, Diddy looked to be in very good spirits. I saw him looking back at his children right before court started, giving them a big smile. And then during the break, whenever
That
there was
is
in the morning
funny.
recess, people were milling about the courtroom and talking. The judge was off the bench, and I saw one of his twin daughters hand a piece of paper to attorney Tenny Garagos.
The P. Diddy's accused of trafficking.
On the Diddy team. And she then handed
Nah, I'm good. I'm
the
happy you told me the
read
truth
whatever was
though.
on it, and then he
Because
turned
if
back
I
around,
would have
looked at
figured it out
his
for
daughter,
myself, I
smiled
would have been
really
pissed.
big and did a little bit of a fist pump, like to indicate, yeah, whatever it was, he seemed to be very happy about it. His mom looked to be in good spirits. I saw her leaving the courtroom during the break. I said hello to her. She said hello back. They all seem to be really leaning on each other, relying on each other for support as his freedom, Michael and Ashley.
Software update.
If he's convicted of that sex trafficking charge, it could be 15 years mandatory minimum. And there's two of them, one pertaining to Cassie, as you know, and one pertaining to Jane. And if he's convicted of the racketeering, could potentially be life.
Julie, I gotta say,
So 15 years minimum.
Opinion on this, it seems to me the overriding
If convicted for
theme of this closing argument by the defense was essentially that this was an overreach by the
You just gotta keep
prosecution.
doing
This
it.
was about the government
And
going
if
into somebody's
convicted
bedroom,
of
someone like, Sean
racketeering,
Diddy
he
Combs.
gets life.
And although it's admittedly a bit of a bizarre sex life, it is his personal life.
But if they
It
did it to
should
R.
be
Kelly,
that.
they gotta do
Would
it
you
to
say that's
him.
a fair sort of assessment of the way they
And R. Kelly only got 30
this approach
years.
to the prosecution?
Yes, Michael, you're exactly right. And I have to tell you both, Mark Agnifilo did a brilliant job connecting with the jury on that point. He is very engaging. His close was much different than the government's. The government, I have to say, while they were very thorough, very polished, very matter of fact, it was a little stiff. He talks to the jury.
That was about the same.
Like he would be talking to someone at the breakfast
But he was
table, maybe
accused of
someone in his
rape.
family. He cracks little jokes, and one of them actually pertained to this point you just raised, Michael. So he was saying how the federal government essentially invaded.
Yeah, R. Kelly was a
his
pedophile.
private life and turned his bedroom life into a crime scene. And he joked, and I have to tell you, I saw 3 jurors crack up when he said, "Thank goodness the federal government got all of that Astroglide off the streets. They went in and they seized all those bottles of Astroglide, and baby,
But they
thank goodness we are safe from all of that personal lubricant." And 3 jurors I saw all three of them, two women, younger black women, and then one, I would say middle-aged white man. All three of them cracked up and had big smiles on their face.
No, I don't think they mentioned that he got Wendy
One of the
Miners.
examples where we saw Mark Agnifilo really connecting with them and making this seem kind of ridiculous that the federal government would try to criminalize these desires to have sex involving multiple partners at hotels, using baby oil or whatever else.
But there's other charges pending. This is the Southern District of New York. There's the Northern District of New York that's going to charge him as well.
Just his lifestyle. It was a valid lifestyle, Michael and Ashley, is what the defense team argued very strongly this morning.
And if you would, Julie, remind us too how he balanced that.
You got the Southern,
some of the things that Diddy has,
and you got the Northern.
Okay,
So he's been charged by the Southern District of New York, the United States.
Sure, Judge. Thank you for that. Yes, he acknowledged that Diddy committed terrible acts.
And then you got the, because there's two districts that can charge him. He got charged by the, so if you get a Southern District. Now, if they wanted to, the Northern District of New York can charge him as well.
Away from this hotel beating video, maybe just acknowledge it. He actually showed.
And he got a bunch of this. Then you got California and all the other places that
right
he
here
did
that we're
illegal
looking at.
stuff.
What he showed everyone was a cell phone in Cassie's hand when she initially left that hotel room. And you have to look really closely. I want you to pay attention to that mirror on the wall. It's going to be coming up on her right, our left, and you'll see the reflection of it.
And you don't think he's going to talk
like
to not get life if he's convicted?
Hard to see. And look at Diddy's hands. Nothing in his hands
as
he goes to Cassie. So Mark Agnifilo used this to say, hey, this was terrible, this was illegal, this was wrong and inexcusable. But it was not about bringing her back to the room to traffic her. Look at his hand now. He's got the phone.
Some gangs.
He said this was about retrieving that cell phone that
mafias
she
are
when she shouldn't have. That's what he said. He said the phone he believes
because they're not raping anybody.
And he believes that was the reason he got so enraged and went after her, and we saw that terrible attack. So that was quite an illuminating portion of the argument, I would say, because we've looked at that video I don't know how many dozens and dozens of times, and with her sweatshirt sleeve, unless you're looking at that mirror, it's really hard to see what she had in her hand or even to notice how he retrieved something.
Gangs don't transport.
Perhaps that argument will be effective, perhaps not, in terms of whether the jury considers it sex trafficking.
Julie, one final thing I wanted to ask. It kind of jumped out at me during the closing argument by the defense, and that was a point where Mark Agnifilo said basically the winner in all this, because she got the $20 million, he talks about it, the real winner of all this is Cassie Ventura. And I kind of took a quick back, I was taken aback by that because of all that went on, look, you can get money. We do know some horrible things did in fact happen to her. He even copped to it.
But he's not the only celebrity. Wait, there's going to be other celebrities that are going to be locked up.
Yet he called her the one winner.
So Brian Kohlberger case is going
how
forward.
How did the jurors react to that? I thought that might have been a misstep.
Michael, I'm so glad you brought that up. That was quite a moment. And I've got a little more for you both. Wait for this. So when he brought that up, he started with saying that this was not a quest for justice for Cassie, that this was a quest about money.
Yeah, but that's the law.
About the $30 million lawsuit that she filed, which was the catalyst for this case. And Agnifilo argued that had it not been for that lawsuit, then we wouldn't have this federal case here and now. And when he noted that Cassie is the winner in all this, he said that Diddy is the loser because he's the one who wound up in jail. And Ashley and Michael, I was a little bit stunned at that because, as you both know, the government cannot mention that he's incarcerated. The judge cannot mention that. We usually don't see defense attorneys mentioning that, but here he did. He took a moment. He gestured toward his client. He said to the jury, do you see that handsome man sitting behind Mr. Combs?
August 18th.
That man is a U.S. Marshal.
I'll be running it on this channel as well.
That man is one of the agents who's tasked with taking him to and from his jail cell every day. When Cassie won, and she's somewhere around the world right now with $30 million, Sean Combs is locked up behind bars.
Exhausting 4 months.
And so that was quite a moment for two reasons. The jury learned that Diddy's incarcerated. They had no idea. Now he sits in the courtroom every day in his sweaters, looking very nice.
They might be doing Saturdays
or handcuffed. And then
who knows? But I'll be doing it in my channel as well.
what the settlement amount was. It seems to me that Mark Agnifilo might have let the cat out of the bag because we know she asked for $30 million, but it was settled for an undisclosed amount. But today he said that she is somewhere around the world $30 million richer.
On the 18th, I just, if you're here, I'll be here. Come support me just by being here. I'll be here that day. I'll be here that morning. I'll make sure that I'll have a cup of coffee, bunch of coffee that day, because that's one of the trials that I'm gonna watch. I'm not skipping. I don't like when he skips through. Rich. I want to watch from end to closing. I don't like when people do that. I want to watch, like, this is one of the trials I have to watch from beginning to end. It's gonna be long, but this is one of the cases I have to watch from beginning, even if it gets boring. I don't think it's gonna get boring, but you know, if you want to watch it like that too, you could come watch it on my channel. And that will be fun to watch. I'll be live streaming on my cell phone. Or I can find it. Oh yeah, there's an app. There's not an app. There's one of the things I use that we can talk about it. Like when they go to break and stuff, I'll comment. I'll be, oh, this is interesting, blah, blah, blah. That's one of the things I use. It doesn't have to be on my phone, but you know what I mean. So, because I feel that, it should be interesting. It should be an interesting trial. You heard what happened with the Supreme? You heard what the Supreme Court said? That Donald Trump went on birthright citizenship? That's some bullshit. Yeah, Donald Trump gets Supreme Court win on birthright citizenship. I'm some fucked up shit. Little by little, we losing our civil rights. That's some bullshit. What, they gonna make us slaves again? The way the shit is going, they gonna make us slaves again. That's some fucked up shit. I don't want to joke that way because it's not funny, but like, the way shit is, it's sad. Like, technically, we already, like, we're barely surviving. Like, the way we, like, our employees treat us, like, we take basically working as slaves. Trust me, like, people's work environment is not great. Unless you self-employed, then you decide how you want to work and stuff. But if otherwise, exactly. And he don't pay taxes. It says Supreme Court sides with parents on keeping their out of their LGBTQ instructions. Oh, how you doing? Everybody that's new, like and subscribe. That does need to change, but that nobody's gonna change that. And we don't own our property here either. We do not own our property here. The day you stop paying your property tax is the day you lose your property. Other countries don't work like that. Puerto Rico, you don't have property taxes. That's why Puerto Rico don't want to be part of the United States. They're not stupid. Oh, look what they do. Look what they did in California. Let's see. Let's read.
Lead to more problems? Welcome to America Uncovered. I'm Chris Chappell. Happy New Year, everyone. A new year means New Year's resolutions, like losing weight or learning an instrument. The ladies will be all over me when I bust out this sensual squeeze box. Or, if you're the state of California, the new year means a slew of laws that took effect on January 1st. A lot of these new California laws were passed in the name of equity. Sounds like a noble goal. The only problem is, this is California doing it. And California has such a horrible track record with laws like these that I have an unofficial series of videos just focused on different ways my wonderful home state of California is falling apart. Essentially, what winds up happening is the California state government sees a problem, tries to solve it, and ends up either making it worse or creating new problems. It's like seeing someone trying to put out a grease fire with kerosene. One of these new laws is Assembly Bill 2147, or the Freedom to Walk Act, which essentially legalizes jaywalking, except in instances where it isn't safe and could be an immediate hazard. According to San Francisco Assemblymember Phil Ting, a co-author of the bill, the Freedom to Walk Act is such a critical bill because we want to make sure everybody has the right to cross the street without being fearful of getting cited. According to Ting, African Americans were 3 to 5 times more likely to be cited in Los Angeles or Long Beach. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a problem. But the assumption is the citations are tied to racism from police officers. And so the solution is to simply do away with jaywalking tickets, except when it's dangerous, and whether it's dangerous would still be left up to the discretion of those same police officers. This is like trying to protect your hens from being eaten by foxes by locking up the coop and only giving the key to the foxes. A law enforcement consultant in Riverside County pointed out most officers will say it's not very safe to cross in a lot of situations because a car in someone's blind spot could come by, or someone can misjudge a distance, or someone could trip and fall when running across a break in traffic. And he added that it's a well-meaning law, but not well thought out. Well-meaning, but not well thought out? That might as well be on the flag of California. And the flag should be made of 100% biodegradable materials that dissolve in the rain. And besides the issue of racial inequality not being solved with this law, there's the danger it potentially poses to citizens and motorists. Los Angeles is the second deadliest city in the U.S. for pedestrians. The executive director of Los Angeles Walks, a pedestrian advocacy group, expressed the organization's concerns over the bill. Unless we fix the actual design of the streets, we'll have the same outcomes. This in itself will not save LA, will not save Angelenos, will not save pedestrians. This must be part of a larger effort in our city, in our state, to have better, safer, and more walkable infrastructure. I wouldn't hold my breath on that, though. Getting better infrastructure in LA is like getting a water park on Mercury. But according to Assemblymember Phil Ting, don't worry, this bill won't lead to any more pedestrian deaths. Did he come to this conclusion using statistics or studies? Nope. He said, we're all pedestrians. What pedestrian crosses a street thinking, hey, it would be a good idea to get in front of a car? Nobody. So he's basing this theory on assuming people won't do anything stupid. He works in government. He's surrounded by stupid. How does he not realize how stupid people can be? Oh, right. At least there's a bright side to people acting stupid. I always have plenty of topics for episodes. This wasn't the only crazy California law that just went into effect on January 1st. I'll explain after the break. Welcome back. California passed the Freedom to Walk Act in an attempt to fight racial inequality in jaywalking citations. California also passed Senate Bill 357, which repeals officers being able to charge individuals for loitering with the intent to commit prostitution. California Governor Gavin Newsom said, to be clear, this bill does not legalize prostitution. It simply revokes provisions of the law that have led to disproportionate harassment of women and transgendered adults. So prostitution is still against the law, but waiting around trying to solicit people for prostitution is now just fine. That's like saying that while murder is still illegal, it's okay to wait outside your enemy's house with a knife. Newsom also said, while I agree with the author's intent and am signing this legislation, we must be cautious about its implementation. He's not sure if it will work, but he's going through with it anyway.
Back later. Thank you for joining
That should
us.
also be on the flag of California. According to the law's supporters, the idea is that police can't arrest